Welcome, my friends, and for this edition of What's on the Menu, we're here on 30 Torrice Drive at Joseph's Catering and Wholesale. Now, before we get into this is a little nostalgic for me, because Mr. Bull back here, who's sitting with me, his father-in-law, Joe Lanetta, was an entrepreneur who came to Woburn maybe 40, 50 years ago.
45 years.
Over in Henshaw Street behind where McDonald's is in the back there. And he started a business there servicing catering trucks that kind of go around to where buildings are being built, and you see they pull on a job, they come in, you buy your coffee and your sandwich, and they drive off to another stop. But that was where he started. In a minute, we're going to get to where we're beginning to end. But I wanted to say that because we were young men then back in the 70s and 80s.
That's right. We were Bill Cummins' one of his first tenants.
That's right.
In Bill Cummins,
yeah. Right. Over there in that part of Henshaw Street. And then, of course, if we had a rainstorm like we had this past weekend,
yeah, we'd be flooded out.
Big trouble.
We'd be flooded out from the Abidjona.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about this particular business now.
Right.
Now we started off. We're still servicing canteen.
Yes, we are.
I must have 150.
We've got 100 trucks that work out of here, and the industry has been good to us. But as I said, we used to have a restaurant here also.
Right.
And it was Joseph's too, and it was very famous. A lot of people used to come here. They loved the food. We had a comedy club upstairs, and we got too busy with the commissary part of it, so we leased it out for a number of years, and we ended up taking it back about 8 years ago. And the way the economy's been these last 3 or 4 years, we decided to open to the public. Probably about September, I think, we started opening to the public because, you know, everybody's hurting today. People are out of jobs, work, and the finances aren't really there for them, so they're looking to save some money. And with our buying power that we have here, I can afford to mark things up at a low markup so everybody can benefit from it. I'm benefit from it from the public coming in, and the public benefits because of the food that they're getting at a good price, quality food at a good price.
So this is a little bit of like we call diversification when things begin to turn a little bit.
Exactly.
The construction business probably isn't what it was as far as the trucks are concerned.
It's almost nil right now because the banks aren't giving out any money, especially for the big jobs that these trucks normally, make their living off of.
Right.
And so that's why we decided to do this rather than just sit idle and just see people going out of business. We try to generate some more business, and it's been I've been very lucky, and I've been very fortunate because this community and the surrounding communities have been very supportive of us.
Now I noticed that since I live in the city of Woburn myself, I noticed in the Times you spend some money in advertising
every week.
Where do you pick your spots as far as you get into the meat and the groceries and prepare? You have prepared food.
We have prepared foods here. We do our own prepared foods right on the property. We have our own bakery. We bake all our goods here on the property. And I listen to the public when they come in. If there's something that they want, we make. I had a girl come in last week and she bought some stuffed peppers that we had for an individual entree. She came in this Saturday looking for them again. I said, we didn't do them this week, but I says, come in next Thursday. I says, and I will have them ready for you. And sure enough, she came in this morning and got them. And
that's the way to do it. Well, that's why you got to have the personal touch with.
You need a personal touch, and you need customer service, and that's what I'm striving for with all my help, because very few people out there have customer service today.
That's right.
And it's just, it's sad, but it's true. I mean, I do business with a lot of the big corporations, and for me to get somebody on the phone, I mean, it could take me 2 days by the time somebody gets back to me.
Well, let's go on. We'll go out afterwards, and the kids here, they'll take some pictures out of the store itself and how things are going. Now, what about the catering? Let's talk a little bit about the catering.
The catering for the public?
Right.
The catering we do, well, since we've been starting to do these individual entrees and these family-style entrees for the public, especially around the holidays, I picked up a lot of catering jobs for it. People came in for Christmas parties, hors d'oeuvres. We do a big job with these gourmet hors d'oeuvres that we have. We sell lobster meat. We sell I'm bringing in a lot of new fish items starting this week here. We've got scallops, we got tilapia, we got swordfish.
We have to stay right on top of the healthy part of it too, right?
Oh, definitely. That's what everybody's looking for. I mean, you know, you got to give them healthy. I mean, look at what the schools are doing now. They're taking all soda out of the schools because of the kids, you know, with the sugars and everything else, and they're going with all juices and waters and things that are more healthy for the kids.
So you have to stay right on top of that.
Oh,
so
always.
If they start to change, we have to change.
We have to change. I mean, years ago, it used to be a large Italian sub and, you know, big steak and cheese and Pepsis and the big bottles. Exactly. And today, now, I do all salads. I mean, you got to diversify.
You have to diversify. So catering is very good, but that's a brand new part of the business.
Yes, too. Yes. I started that there probably about 9 months ago with the corporate catering.
Corporate catering.
Yep, we did corporate catering about 9 months ago, and once I started that there, and then once I opened to the public, I started to, you know, public catering for the people that come in, and it's been very, very well. I've got a lot of jobs already booked now for graduations and for communions, and it's just snowballing, thank God.
Now, we got one of the things I always think about is the location. So how would you, if you were to describe people, how do we get to Joseph's? How do we get down here now?
It is very difficult, to be honest with you. That's one of the big things that I had a problem with. Okay. In fact, I just spoke to the people that do my business cards, and I put the directions on my business cards because of that problem. But I mean, if you can get to the Woburn Mall, okay, and if I tell people you get to the Woburn Mall, and if you pass the 99 restaurant, if you go down 1 mile into the industrial park, stay straight on that road and it turns onto New Boston, you follow it down, and there's a company on the right-hand side called Sunbelt Rentals. Sunbelt Rentals, if you take a left, my building's right on the left.
And if you know anything about North Woburn, you could just come down
Merrimack Street to North Maple, take a right on North Maple, and I'm right there.
So it should be relatively easy after you get them here. If you come the first time, which will be worth it.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
You're going to always come back again.
Well, I have a lot of repeat customers already that have been doing that, and a lot of referrals. People have been referring people, which is good.
Is there anything in particular that you like prepare or sell, like prepared food, or anything that people are really, you just go over and over, or do you try to change the menu?
I changed the menu around naturally with the seasons and everything else. I mean, in the cold weather, we were doing some chili. We were packing our own chili, our own beef stew, and naturally you'll stop doing that there now come the summertime.
And then we're going to get into
the barbecue season. I mean, we do a lot of our own. We do our own steak tips. We have 3 different types of marinade. We have a candy marinade, which is sweet. We have our own marinade that we used here when we had our restaurant, and which was our steak tips and our chicken when we had the restaurant was great because of our marinade. They loved it. And we have that, and we also have a Sweet Baby Ray's marinade, and that's a famous barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, why did you get into doing bread? I mean, wouldn't it be easier? You just want it that fresh that you can make the bread and the rolls, whatever you make yourself right on the premises?
Well, what I'm doing now, breads, we try to stay away. I buy some breads that we bake off, okay? They're par-baked breads. We do that there, okay? But our main the main bakery that we have is our pastry. We do a lot of Danish muffins. We do our own cookies, our own cakes, our own lemon squares. We have a big variety with that there. We do our own chocolate chip cookies, M&M cookies. So
you're this is a pretty big operation. I mean, this is a big operation anyway.
It is a big operation. I mean, you know, we start work here at 1 o'clock in the morning. We don't close till 5:30 in the evening. Yeah. And we're open on Saturdays from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon because we have to have some time off for the help.
And we got a website. Everything is on the website.
On the website. Yep, it's on the website. And also
what are we going to do? I want somebody to cook me something to eat because the most important part of this program is me getting fed.
Yeah.
Look at this, your daughter out there looking, she's laughing.
Yeah, she is. she's helped me a lot in this.
This is the most important part of the meal. Right. It's me eating. Because people say, Ed, how come you don't weigh 400 pounds if eating all that good food? So what do you think we can go in the back and we're going to see somebody, your chef is going to
Well, I think today would be a good day to have some steak tips. We can give you a couple of different types. We can do the candy ones, and we can do our own marinade with some rice pilaf, and then we can also do some ziti broccoli and chicken.
I'm game for that. We ready to go? All right. All right, Martha, here we are.
How are you?
You are the #1 chef in this building right here, right
Thank
now.
you very
You're
much.
the boss.
I'm trying. Thank you very much.
So you're going to educate us as far as how to cook what? What are you going to cook?
Okay. Today I'm gonna cook the chicken ziti broccoli, one of the most and popular plates from Joseph Industrial Catering. So I'm gonna show how to make it from the scratch.
Okay, what are you gonna do first?
First thing, I'm gonna marinate the chicken.
Okay.
I have here 6 pieces of chicken breast, and then I'm gonna put some stuff in there. I'm gonna use some gloves. Excuse me,
Gloves,
please.
oh yeah, we gotta have the gloves.
Safe way, always. So here I have some olive oil.
Olive oil.
Good one, always use the good stuff, olive oil. So,
See, the chef always knows.
Teaspoon.
The chef always knows you just put it like
Yeah.
this. No measure, nothing.
no
just
measurement.
no
A little bit garlic, fresh garlic,
Yeah,
then a little bit salt.
salt,
Be careful on the salt, and a little bit black pepper.
black.
So you just mix this up and let this marinate like for 30 minutes will be good. Then that goes to the oven, 350 degrees for like around 15 minutes. Okay?
Yep.
So now we're gonna cook the pasta. Right here I'm gonna cook the pasta, the ziti. That should be cooked for around 9 to 11 minutes. So that makes sure that's tender, that's
Depending
al
on
dente.
Is that,
It's not overcooked, it's
is that
not
like
mushed.
depending on your own taste? where you wanna
Exactly,
cook the
depending
water?
how you like it. So I used to cook between 9 to 11 minutes. That's gonna be al dente.
Now you keep that
So
water boiling.
now I
all
have the water boiling.
the
So
time.
then now I'm gonna add the oil. There is a reason you add the oil later. That makes the water boil fast. So
Really?
don't put the water, oil, and the salt. So that's gonna take a little longer.
Very nice.
Then we're gonna put salt
Measuring all the time.
all the time. And then we have the ziti. Today I'm gonna put half
Half.
of this, so 5 pounds of ziti. So then you gotta stir this, make sure the pasta doesn't get stuck at the bottom of the pan, and let's cook for
That
9
takes
to
care of
11
that.
minutes.
All right, very nice.
Okay?
Now the broccoli
Is
was-
already cooked.
Was picked this morning. Some farm.
Exactly,
comes in
nice
here
and
right
fresh.
Away, nice and fresh.
Always nice and
Just wash
fresh.
the dirt off and cook it up, right?
Exactly.
All right.
So now I'm going to show you how to make the Alfredo sauce. We have to blow this a little bit.
All right.
So the Alfredo sauce, we used to use a gallon of half and a half. This is a half a gallon.
Half and
Then
half. That's like half cream
another
and half
one.
milk.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another gallon, so 1 gallon total. Splash on you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How was the half and a half shower?
Yeah, it was good. Hit me right in
Ten.
the eye. That's good. Okay, a little butter.
We're gonna add a quarter of a pound of butter.
You
So
have to have butter and everything. Makes it taste good, huh?
that's everything has fat. Unfortunately, that's make the taste is good.
Tastes
So,
good, that's right.
so now we gotta put this right over here. So for 2 pounds of Alfredo sauce mix, we use 1 gallon, half and a half, and butter.
This looks like a stir jar. You stir it up, stir it up.
Exactly.
That's the tea sauce.
Much that doesn't go to the Alfredo sauce. I like spice, so black pepper, little
Black
bit.
pepper, a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta stir this. That's gonna be cooked for around 30 to 40 minutes in a low flame. So, and all the time you gotta stir and make sure that doesn't get stuck at the bottom. So at the end of this, it's gonna be just like this creamy Alfredo sauce.
Oh, yes.
Just
That's
like
very
this.
nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
So for the chicken ziti broccoli, is that all?
Chicken ziti
So,
bright. Now you just put it all together.
all together. You gotta wait for the pasta, for everything. Just put everything together in a pan fry. You put a little bit oil, a little bit garlic, and then you put the pasta, saute the pasta, then you put the sauce, and then the chicken,
And the
is
chicken.
already cooked, and the broccoli.
Sounds good.
Add some Parmesan cheese on top, and that's good.
Good. All right, Martha. Now, what are we gonna do? A little steak now?
Now is the steak patty. We're gonna make the steak house tip, and we have the canned steak. The steak, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And this one's the house. It's made with teriyaki, molasses, soy sauce.
So you make this yourself?
We make by ourselves,
Okay.
so it's the homemade sauce.
Yeah.
This is the canned sauce. It's the also sauce. It's the Chinese sauce. We can go to any restaurant and find this sauce for the porks, for the barbecues, for the chicken. But our chef, Kenny Dulon, he had some touch in here. Some cinnamon and a secret that I cannot tell you right now.
Oh,
That's the secret.
Everybody has a little secret. That's good. You should keep all your secrets.
And then we're
Right.
gonna have some veggies, and we're gonna make a rice
Rice.
pilaf. So
All right.
let's start
Let's
with the
do
rice. So here I have a pan. Then I'm gonna add the rice pilaf.
Nobody told me that.
There's one
I
here.
don't do it that way when I'm home. I've been learning
See,
something.
they don't tell the secrets. Some butter, like a quarter. Always butter. Quarter. Here we go. Stir a little bit. Put this low a little bit.
No, the butter's just melted.
So when the butter is melted, you add water. So you're gonna put here like 2.5 gallons of water
Really?
for this in a low flame, always in a low flame. Okay, don't add any salt because this mix over here that comes with the rice pilaf has already a lot of salt. Okay. So then we add the water. Stir this. And like
Wait.
for 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes. And to give some color, some decoration to the rice pilaf, I use some red pepper.
All chefs like things with color.
Is
They have to have
of
color.
course that's make the plate beautiful.
This is the idea of you eat with your eyes instead of your taste. All right?
Exactly.
It always has to look good.
And you just dice this in small cubes, very very small.
Very, very small.
Add to here. Some people use spinach. We sometimes make with spinach over here, but today we're gonna make with red peppers. So let's give a little color and
Yeah?
beautiful.
That's good.
Okay. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to prepare the veggies. We have some zucchini and squash.
Yeah.
Our zucchini is too small at this time. I don't know what, but that's the way it came in. So, and because it's too small, I'm gonna slice this in diagonal.
Small, so you make it big.
Exactly. And this one, because it's a little bigger than the other one, I'm gonna half moon. So I go for halfway of this. So we have zucchini, we have squash. Now
And
we gotta go for the pan fry.
Everything's measured to the perfectly, right?
Yes.
That's right. What do we got there?
Fresh garlic, minced fresh garlic.
Fresh garlic.
Yeah, we're gonna give a little brown color to this.
Vegetables
Squash.
first.
Vegetable first. Little shake.
Well, how you learn how to do that? I have it on, I've been all
Practicing.
over, I would have it on the floor.
The best way to learn things is practicing. Now-
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. Black pepper and salt.
Very good.
So zucchini and squash cook very, very fast. So like 3 to 5 minutes will be done. So you gotta make sure that's not mush. So it's nice and tender. Okay?
Yep.
And then we have the steaks over here. For the steaks, private there, no
It's
olive
always,
oil, no
it's
butter.
always, it smells very good, and it's always hot though, huh? Always hot near the stove, no matter what you're doing.
Always hot. The best food. Hot food has to be hot. Cold food has to be cold.
Not
So,
in between.
Not in between,
Not
not
in
warm. So
Okay.
hot is hot, cold is cold. So we have the pan fry over there. Let it heat a little bit. Don't put your fingers at home. Don't make sure you don't burn yourself. Then this is the house steak
Wait a
tips.
minute, wait. What, do that now. What's that again now?
Put your fingers in there. Make sure
Yeah.
it's nice and hot, but don't do that whole. That is not safe.
Oh, no, don't do it. Okay.
My fingers are right
this
accustomed
is,
to that,
This
so-
is a professional trick.
Professional trick.
Okay.
So this is the house steak tips. So this is the flat meat that we trim it, tenderize, and we marinate it. So more you marinate it, more flavor has the meat. So if you make that like 1 day and a half, it's gonna be better the day after. So just add everything in there. And let's cook, depends how you like. Medium, medium rare. Let's cook like for 5-10 minutes. Okay, let's turn this up. So a little bit black pepper. And a little bit salt. Not too much salt because this sauce has the teriyaki sauce, and the teriyaki sauce is already very, very salt. And it also has the soy sauce, all
Yeah.
salty sauces. So, little shake, and let cook for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, depends how you like it.
How do you make everything come out at the same time? It all gets done at the same time. 30 minutes over here.
Cook has to
5
do
minutes
like this. We cannot wait. The rush doesn't allow us to wait for, so we have to do so many things at the same time.
So it all comes out.
So
at the
sometimes
same
I'm getting crazy here because sometimes I'm at the fryer later, I have things in the stove and I have food in the oven, and I have to be attempt to everything.
This is why you're a professional cook. This is why you're a chef. That's right?
That's right.
All right. Well, it's beginning
Okay.
to smell real good in here now.
Thank you very much.
So now we're going to cook the teriyaki, and which one is this?
Now we're gonna go for the candy sauce, steak and chips canned sauce. That's the Chinese sauce. It's very, very sweet. As I told you before, Kenny DeLong, our chef, put some cinnamon and another secret that I cannot tell
No
you.
secret,
But
huh?
if you like candy, you're gonna like this. So
Okay.
just do everything in there, same way that the other one, hot pan fry, and you put in a low flame. And let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10
Depends
minutes.
how you like it. That one is already done.
That's done.
Just shut up here.
So you just boil away, basically. You're frying away all the juice.
Fry it, yeah.
Until it's all the juice is
When you
gone.
have the juice, that's gonna boil, so it's gonna cook it inside. So when the juice is dry out,
Yeah.
you gotta just give the brown outside. So
All right. Very nice.
okay.
Look at this now. Perfect. Huh? I like the idea of the red pepper in the rice. It makes it look better. You know, you never see anything red.
That's make it a little pretty, but
Oh, yeah.
sometimes we gotta be careful with food, so we don't know what people is allergic or not. So red pepper, you gotta be careful with that.
Careful with
But you can use the spinach, you can use the onions, whatever you want to do to make that pretty. On top we have the fresh parsley, and this is the canned steak tips, and this is the house steak tips, and
Well,
we
this
have
is-
the veggies on the
This is the
side.
two different kinds.
Two different kinds.
All right. We're going to be
Okay.
good. This is going to be good. All right.
Hope you guys like it.
There's
everybody
no question.
hungry?
There's no question. Everybody's hungry is right. All right, all my friends out there, this is the most important part of the program because everybody thinks I just eat. Now, Chef Martha has prepared this. Look at that. Look at this for presentation. A little red in the rice pilaf. That's very nice, huh?
Yep.
And two different kinds of steak tips.
Yep.
All right, so let's get to it.
Okay.
Now, while I dig in here, why don't you tell us a little bit about anything on this particular dish that we can't buy here, or we can buy?
Yeah, well, anything on this dish, this particular dish, is can be purchased here. We have rice pilaf here that we can make up for anybody who gives us a 24-hour notice. We can do rice pilaf, we can do the steak tips. You can buy them either raw or you can buy them cooked, whichever way you want them. We do service, we do sell the steak tips packaged. One has a candy dressing, a sweet candy dressing on it, and the other is a homemade steak dressing that, like I said, we used to have when we had our restaurant here. And as far as the vegetables go, we can saute any vegetable. If you just want to buy some steak tips and you want us to prepare the vegetables, we can do that also, like I said, with a 24-hour notice. And, you know, the other thing is we do accept credit cards, cash naturally, EBT cards.
Because this is too good for me to...
Okay, you just keep eating. I got plenty of time. And we do the EBT cards also, and the debit cards. And as far as the steak tip goes, we're right into the barbecue season now. And we have marinated chicken, we have steak tips, we have beef tenderloins, anything that you would need for your barbecue needs. We also sell propane gas for the people. We have sodas, drinks, any drinks that they would need. And we provide ice. If they purchase those things from me,
that's a nice little add-on.
we'll just give them the ice for their coolers. If a lot of people are heading up north to their summer home or down the Cape, they want to buy some meats and everything to take with them, we can put them in the cooler, we can ice them up for their ride to wherever they're going, and there's no charge on the ice.
The other thing I noticed when I was walking through the store was that in some situations you have to go to a store and you have to buy a case of tonic or soda.
Yep.
And this way here we can get 2 bottles of
You
orange,
can do whatever you want. If you
see
see a case of Gatorade out there, and you can mix whatever you want. It's not like if you go into one of these big stores, like you know, I don't know names, these club stores, I should say, and there's a variety pack, and you're stuck with either 6 or 8 sodas, drinks that you don't really need.
Right. Yeah.
Here you can come in, you can put 2, 3, 4 of one kind in there. You can buy 2 bottles if you want. And the prices are very, 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 very cheap, very inexpensive. We do cash, we do credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Diners Club, and we do the EBT card and Discover.
Do we talk about the phone number and the people want to call on their computer? What do you call it? Email or something?
We have we have a website. It's www.josephscateringinc.com, and our phone number here is 781-935-6320.
And they don't ask for you, or?
Well, they can ask for me, or even if they call it at, you know, we're closed, we have voicemail on the machines. They can leave messages, and somebody would get back to them as soon as we come back in the morning. And
the store's open what time?
Well, we're open to the public from 8 in the morning till 5 in the evening, Monday through Friday. And on Saturday, we're open from 8 to 3. And we might be extending those hours come the summertime, depending on how the business goes, because more and more people will be barbecuing, and I think that's what we're going to be doing a lot between our hors d'oeuvres and everything else that we have.
Joe Lynetta would be proud of it.
This would be right up his alley.
You guys are all right. Look at you come a long way, baby.
This would be right up his alley.
Because he was as flexible a guy. He would do anything.
Exactly.
The favors he did, I want to say this before we go. I used to belong to the Kiwanis organization, which is a worldwide organization when I was a young man.
Yeah.
And every time we got in a jam, who do you call? Joe.
Joe.
Right?
Joe. Yeah.
I don't care if it's Sunday afternoon
Didn't
or
matter.
3 o'clock. Go over there, get the key, open the door, take a case of Pepsi or Coke or whatever.
Whatever.
Just to help you guys out.
Oh, I remember what when you had Flag Day down there and stuff, you'd come down with the ice and would load up the pickup trucks with ice, so you guys could have it all iced down and everything for you, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to say that for your daughter, because the children should know.
Should know, exactly.
Their grandfather was a great guy.
Yep, he really was. He really was.
You can talk now because I'm back to the...
All right. Well, I haven't stopped talking. So.
Well, I haven't stopped eating, so this makes it yummy anyway. All right. Now, in the modern film industry, this is how we do it. Fast,
quick. I'm telling you.
I was just getting, that was pretty yummy, and now they take it away. See, this is what happens, people. They take it away. I don't get to eat it all.
That's why he doesn't gain weight.
That's right. Now we're going to try some of this wonderful
ziti broccoli and chicken.
The broccoli was picked this morning in a farm in Concord. Comes over, they wash the dirt off and cook it, and you get it right.
It's perfect. I'm telling you can't get any fresher than this. And this is one of our best sellers, to be perfectly honest with you. When we started opening to the public back in September, we started to do individual dinners and entrees. And as the people purchased them, we got a lot of calls. Can you do some family size for us? So we said, yep. And this here was one of our best sellers so far. It's this and the chicken parm, to be honest with you.
Very good.
Two of our best sellers that we've had, and the people, our catering jobs, we've got one on Friday, that the 2 large ziti broccoli and chicken. It's a very good seller for us.
You know, the cooks, they put a lot of pride in what they're doing. You know, the little salt and pepper, a little butter.
That's it. It's not just thrown together.
It's not just thrown together. They want it to be good and consistently good, because when you get it one weekend, you know, you come back next week, you want to be pretty much the same.
Well, this is it, and this is what we strive for here. We try to make sure that everybody does it the same way. If you have a different cook in there, if somebody's out sick, you can't just close the doors. You got to make sure that everything is consistent, and that's what we have. And we've got 3 cooks out back, and they're all on the same tune, same wavelength and everything else, and they do a good job for them.
Making cheese Danish.
Cheese Danish, yeah.
All that stuff is made here.
It's all made here. We do cheese Danish, we do brownies, we do chocolate chip cookies, we do oatmeal cookies. Yeah, we do our own cannolis. We just started cannolis now. They're a big seller for us. They're very good, equivalent to the North End, maybe not, but I tell you, they're almost as good, and you don't have to drive all that way.
All right. Let's decide now. One more time. How do we get here?
Okay.
We're in the north
Woburn.
What would you say? Northeast corner of the city.
Exactly. If
I was coming here as a Woburnite, I'd drive up to North Woburn Center, take a right, go down Merrimack.
Yep.
Before you get to the end, North Maple. Come down North Maple, come right around the corner.
Right. Yeah. At the end of North Maple, there's a stop sign. Take a right onto Torrice, and our buildings are right on the right-hand side.
Right.
And coming the other way, like I said, if you come by the Woburn Mall, by the 99 restaurant, about 1 mile into the industrial park, you'd be on, I guess it goes from Mishawam to New Boston. Yeah. Once you're on New Boston, you follow it down till you get right past 185 New Boston, and you'll see North Maple on your left. Take a left on North Maple, and my building's on the left.
It's worth the trip. Believe me. I've known this guy for 50 years. Not lately, but we could go on our separate ways when the children were small. But he comes from a great family. His father-in-law was a great guy. Come by here, visit.
Eddie, thank you.
Thanks for letting us in the door.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.